Hello, everyone. This is Darcenovia here. I'm clarifying a mistake. Yes, it it is true that this comic, A Big Dark Lighter, did come out in 2002 or 2003, not the late 90s. Because, well, it's weird how these comics go. I mean, some comics in this series, take place at this point and that point. So, yeah, I reviewed those issues before I reviewed the actual first issues. Now, this story arc, which is the first one that was published, in this series, is called Betrayal. It takes place sometime before the Battle of Yavin, and it deals with a bunch of Moths trying to overthrow Darth Vader and the Emperor. You know, trying to take power for themselves. Now, how is this story? I mean, to be honest with you, it's okay. I mean, we all know they're gonna fail. I mean, come on, you can't outsmart the Emperor. I mean, Darth Sidious, he could see this shit coming a mile away. But they try, and well, they fail miserably. Now we do get glimpses of events of the prequels. This is one of the first, occurrence where we had comics, that take place in the original trilogy era link with the prequels, which I do appreciate that because back at this time when Star Wars, novels and comics were being released, you didn't see that many stories, connect the dots between the original trilogy and the prequels. So that was cool. What little of that we got. Um, the story, to be honest with you, is just one of the many that were kind of that's been written, in both legends and canon, of a group of Imperials trying to assassinate Darth Vader and Palpatine. And it's obvious it's going to end in failure. But how is the story itself? It's, to be honest, I think it's entertaining. I think it's, I had a good time reading it, even though I knew the outcome. I mean, I think the character that was introduced in here, I thought he was a pretty interesting character. I hope to see more of him in the future. He probably dies like a bitch, but who knows? Anyway, this is, an interesting, take reading, things from the Imperial's perspective, and we get a glimpse of somewhat of the power structure of the Empire, from a visual form. I know we got some of this in the novels, but it's actually really nice to actually read this. Now, for the art itself, I forgot to bring up the art in the last review because I didn't feel like it was relevant. I think the art was pretty good. This comic, I thought the art was pretty good, in my opinion. Yes, there's some panels where the art is a little weird, but I think for the most part, I think it's pretty good. I mean, this is one particular scene that looks pretty good. Of course, there's one that I'm not a particular fan of. I think the way some of the human faces look is a little weird, but I don't think it's bad, the artwork. And Darth Vader does look like Darth Vader. Um, the story itself, I think it could have been a lot better. I don't think it's a terrible story. I do think the artwork is pretty good, and we do get glimpses of Darth Vader being a badass. And we got to see Boba Fett as well. But I think, this is not the story, you're looking for if you want some badass Darth Vader stories. Honestly. And the entire plot is to get Vader assassinated, and it's, yeah, they're gonna fail. And this essentially is one of those comics that leads to A New Hope. I mean, the first of them anyway. The next one, it will be another arc, which I believe, will focus on Princess Leia. Anyway, this is Darcenovia, over and out. I give this it's okay rating. I think it had the potential to be something much better, but I don't know. I guess I'll give my comments further on this series. Over and out, everyone. May the force be with you always, and see you next time with another video.